guys, welcome to Formula Pod. My name is Me here. I'll be hosting today's podcast. We have Arjun, Nathan, and unfortunately the Papaya Girl, which super excited for her. Okay, before we start the whole episode, Arjun and Nathan went to the opening season for Abu Dhabi. Well, opening for Abu Dhabi. You guys want to share your experience, even though you're wearing Williams jerseys, you absolute buffoons. All right,
Hey,
so
look,
let's start off with Nathan.
Well,
I'm here to support my boy Carlos Sainz next year. Here's the thing: Ferrari is a legacy team. Williams are also a legacy team. I have a thing for legacy teams, except for McLaren.
Clearly.
The weird. I don't know what they're doing. Honestly speaking, but
Winning, sorry,
but
winning.
yeah. But jokes apart, it was an unbelievable experience. Arjun and I got the chance to meet Franco Colapinto, Williams F1 driver. We got a chance to meet with him. I asked him a few questions, which was fun. It still hasn't sunk in, right? And we got this jersey. It's signed as well.
it's a signed
Yeah,
jersey.
it's a signed jersey. I don't know why I'm wearing it actually.
So both of you have the signed jerseys,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
And you
both of
both
you
are
are
wearing
wearing.
it.
Yeah.
yeah. I know we are stupid. It's okay.
No, see, the thing is that
Mm.
he actually signed it with a black marker on a dark blue shirt.
That
So we were
that
like,
is
Oh,
okay,
true.
you know what? It's fine.
That is true. You
so
can't really
wait,
see
what?
it.
Wait, Nathan, what did you ask him?
Okay, so I asked him about his schedule, how he manages his like time between sessions, what he does in the morning, his routine, and then he also he talked about this drink called mate, which is something like a herbal tea, like a green tea, but it's like really strong. Apparently, it's like an Argentinian thing. They drink it out of a like a metallic cup with like a with a metal straw, and apparently it's really good. So I asked him about that, which was really fun and quirky, and we had a small discussion about that. So yeah.
Yeah,
Nathan's questions to Franco Colpinto, we'll put them all on our socials, just editing and getting them all ready to kind of put them out.
yeah, fair. Yeah, that's a good idea. Also, Nathan, I think what he's referring to is, have you seen those dal makhani pots? It's like that
Yeah.
shape and like a
Pretty
little bit of
much.
a straw. Yeah,
Correct.
yeah, and yeah.
Exactly.
No, it's exactly how it is because I've seen
What?
like I've seen Messi drink out of it. I've seen a
Mm.
lot of footballers drink out of it actually. Apparently, it's tastes like matcha, but it has better nutritional benefits to overall health. Anyway, I'm big into health and
When you
fitness,
said
so
tea and strong, my mind immediately went to matcha, so that kind of makes sense here.
no, it's the same color as. Or you know what? Let's talk about Formula One. I don't want to talk about this. Arjun, how was your experience?
Well, it was the first time experience, what you call driving to Abu Dhabi on a Saturday morning. Like
Yeah.
instead of training, doing my high intensity training, I was with Nathan on my way and figuring out how far Nathan is actually living. Like that
It's not
itself is
that
one
far.
thing.
It's not that far. I kind of live close to Abu Dhabi, weirdly.
Yeah, but then you look at the map and then see where he stays. So everything around it is sand.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
that's the
okay.
desert.
Well,
But
that's
again,
Abu
but
Dhabi for you.
no, but then again, going back to like on our way, we saw a lot of F1 Academy vans, some of them
Okay.
blacked out. So because again, F1 Academy races were also happening in Abu Dhabi, and we went down there, and again, it was all kind of a very like the entire hotel valet was Williams themed. Like they went to that detail. We are welcomed by the older Williams car with the current livery on it, and yeah, then after that, like all the chat happening, and then as Nathan said, meeting all these people. So in a enough second, I was like, okay, I normally only meet these people on TV, and then I'm meeting these people in person. Especially, I'm basically on a sneezing distance with Stefano Domenicali. I'm like, whoa. Like it was
Yeah, that
interesting, it
was
was
pretty
really
crazy.
amazing. Yeah, trust me, like again, you're having one of the world's richest sports CEOs literally in front of you, and you're like, oh, like you have your that. Okay, not even with the driver, but you're having that fan moment. Like, oh, I watch Formula One, by the way. Again, I may be sounding a bit immature here, but Again, I don't think I'll do justice if I don't say it this way.
Yeah, I think you
But
should.
yeah,
To be
it was
honest,
a lot of.
I went to Abu Dhabi, Yas Marina circuit, I think a couple of years ago, and the atmosphere in that environment was, I can't really explain it. It's so like, you see everything online, you see these drivers and such important people going around, and you see them on TV and screens, and when you see them in reality, it doesn't really hit you as much as it should. Um, but I also worked for Formula One volunteering, so I was in the ticketing paddock section, and I saw Lewis, I saw Carlos, I saw Ricardo, I saw a lot of drivers, and it feels good, and it doesn't feel like they don't want to meet you. It's they do, but they really don't have the time to. So Arjun and Nathan were really lucky. So wait, Arjun, how did you get into such an opportunity to meet and interview these people?
So basically, the plan was I actually saw this particular Williams post of me and Franco Colapinto. I was like, okay, fine, why not give it a shot? Who knows if fortunes turn? But yeah, apparently it like I think 24 hours before, not even 24 hours, 12 hours before meeting Franco, I'm getting a message through Gulf Oil, who is one of the sponsors of Williams, saying, "Oh, congrats! Please send your Emirates IDs." And I'm like, okay. Like for a second, I was like, okay, what's really happening over here? Like literally, that static noise was just going in my head, and I'm like, and then straight after, I'm like, I called Nathan. I'm like, bro, we have to go for this. Then Nathan was like, oh, Arjun, give me some time. And then later on, I'm like, dude, tell me, are you coming or not? And he's like, yeah, I'm coming, I'm coming. And then after that, it was then everything was quick. So like next morning, 10:30, we were supposed to meet. I'm getting the messages 4 p.m. So everything was like chop, chop, chop.
Yeah, I can imagine such an opportunity, Nathan. You're saying I'll see or give me some time. I would park my car on the side of the Sheikh Zayed Road and give him my Emirates ID, man. What were you
No,
doing?
I think I was like still kind of thinking like in my head because I've never met a Formula One driver ever before in my life. I never thought I would ever meet one. So it was all surreal. I think that's
Okay.
why I think I just froze and I needed some time.
Fair, man. All
No,
right. You
and
know
also
what?
something to add though, something to add though. So this is basically Nathan's first ever Formula One merch.
I'm a Williams fan now. Ferrari,
Bye
see you,
bye.
man.
The fact that they have a lineup like
Nah,
Charles and
nah.
Lewis and you say bye. No,
No,
I'm
no,
not
no.
doing this
Jokes,
anymore.
jokes apart. I mean, it's great. I'm happy to have this as my first piece of merch, especially that it's signed. I mean, I don't know if that is
I
it's a
really
weird
think you
flex.
should, well, both of you should frame this. Do
Yeah.
not wear this again with
Yeah,
the
please.
bodily fluids all around it now. Okay. I think you should frame it and keep it and maybe sell it off in the next 10. I'm doing the same, by the way. I have Lewis Hamilton's bobblehead, which is still in its plastic case.
I've seen
Hmm.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I've
I'm
seen
gonna
that.
sell it off like later on in my life where maybe a few strategies happen with Lewis Hamilton. But
Oh God.
um, talking about Lewis, when he retires, talking about Lewis, let's talk about the Abu Dhabi race.
Oh my
Um,
god.
I think it was filled with emotion. It wasn't really a race. It was really a depressing day, at least for me. I don't know about you guys, but it was a very sad day for me because, well, obviously Lewis being Lewis and how it finished and what Toto Wolff said, and we'll get all into it later in the episode. So, quick race preview: the Abu Dhabi race has 16 turns. The first Grand Prix was 2009 with total laps of 55. You know what? The
Fun.
fact that Magnussen was the fastest car on the track I lose my mind thinking of that because I never thought a Haas would actually be the fastest car on the track. What do you think, Arjun, Nathan?
Well, again, he was the only car on softs. So it was kind of given the fact that, okay, he's going for the fastest lap. And again, it's Kevin's last race. Kevin wanted to leave a mark. He left a mark.
And let's be honest. I mean, we came into the season with the Haas team principal Komatsu coming out and saying that we are dead last. We're the 10th fastest team on the grid, and it's so nice that in the final race of the season they got the fastest lap, even though it didn't count because he didn't finish in the top 10,
Hmm.
unfortunately. But it's something to hold on for Team Haas. They've had a wonderful year. And Kevin, we're going to miss him. You're right, Mihir. This race was actually a bit, it is a bittersweet race. It wasn't a race. You were right.
It was a mixed emotion. Like, just I don't know. The start. I didn't want to end this season. Like, 3 months of just me thinking, what is Lewis going to do now? Like, what is he doing? Is he thinking about moving back? Is he to Mercedes? Obviously not.
Uh-huh.
I wish he
Uh-huh.
did.
Oh,
But
literally, you're saying this. Yesterday, I saw this one particular Instagram post about drivers, like the drivers' entry fees for 2025, and I'm like, oh, where's the Mercedes logo? And then I'm like, oh shit, near Lewis Hamilton's name, it's the Ferrari logo. I'm like, shit, this is real now.
no, that is so true. Because I was reading a few drivers' standings, and I was like, "Oh, where's Mercedes?" And I was like, "Right, it's the red color now. It's I have to get used to this bindi-looking thing."
Bindi looking thing.
Well,
And
get
So,
thanks
used
for
to
your
it.
so
beautiful
Indian.
commentary.
Thank God you're back, Vish. Can you please talk about the podium? Who was P1, Vish?
Who's P1 Mihir?
Oh, I don't know. I don't see anything other than Lewis for the Abu Dhabi race.
Uh-huh. So Lando got P1.
Okay.
Like, funnily enough, my prediction was really, really close. Do you remember? I
Yeah.
thought I wanted Lando P1, Carlos P2, and Lewis P3, but instead of Lewis, we got Charles. And I'm happy with the podium, honestly. That being how number one, how Lando wins. Number two, because of the way Ferrari and McLaren have been fighting for the constructors, it's just funny to see how just Lando being on top and what happened to Oscar didn't affect, or almost didn't affect, like, did, like, kind of affected how the constructors was gonna go. But I'm watching the race and I'm like seeing the calculations and I'm saying, okay, what point does it have to get for Ferrari to actually win? Not, and then I see if Lando maintains it, he's doing it well. I thought maybe if he blows it, takes all the pressure to himself, but he was perfectly fine. And just seeing both the Ferraris on there and Lando just standing strong up there, having won the constructors for McLaren, something that he'd been wanting to do since he started, just goes to show how much people have put so much negative energy into what he's been doing that they can't really see that, he's bought the trophy home and he's done this job without having to take all that stress of, Oscar going back and crashing with Max in turn one. But it was a beautiful podium to see, especially with Carlos's last race with Ferrari. Having his two favorite teammates with him side by side was
Does anyone remember
amazing.
what Carlos said after finishing the race? It was
Soon
very emotional.
operator.
Yeah, it was very, very emotional. Also Lando Norris, honestly, he's done such a big thing because the last time McLaren won the constructions was in 1998.
26 years back. These two weren't
Yeah,
even born.
yeah. So McLaren have come a very, very long way, and they have absolutely achieved something that could be done only with Lando Norris and Oscar. And
And literally, if you're looking into the time, like the drivers who were driving back then, it was what do you call David Coulthard while he
Nathan.
was driving for McLaren. That was the time they got constructors.
yeah,
David
So
Coulthard to
literally,
make that
you're like,
happen then, yeah?
and literally like since then, again, we've had champions like on the driver's side, we had Lewis with his first championship with the Ferrari with the McLaren, and again they merely lost it off with I forgot which was the other team back in the day. Was it Ferrari or
I think it wasn't Ferrari, but let me search that. But you keep talking, Arjun. I want to hear
yeah,
this.
but yeah, so literally like when they and literally for this race we were having David Coulthard and Damon Hill actually doing the commentary on the F1 TV end, and literally they were like, "Oh, the last time these guys got was when you guys were driving."
Yeah.
And I'm like, they would have had that sort of what you call when they are commentating about it, they would have had that sense of pride and joy of, oh, finally a team which has been here for long
Yeah.
is basically breaking a streak after 26 years of
No,
not
when
winning
you when
anything.
you think about it, 2 years back, McLaren was in the back end of the team, like was in the back end of all the like teams, and it's just beautiful to see how much the team has grown, especially having Oscar on as well, and how they've just developed over the last couple of years. And if Lando was alone, he would not have been able to do this. Oscar and Lando both together, as we can see this with the way Red Bull has been this year, it needs to be
I
both
think we
teammates.
need to talk about Red Bull, like, but not right now. We will talk about Red Bull.
Like, I was just gonna say, if it weren't for both Oscar and Lando working together and them, even though, criticized papaya rules or papaya orders, it still worked out and they were able to, like, balance each other out with Sao Paulo and Qatar and the sprint race and, helping each other out, even though we thought that it would be a clash between them. But it was beautiful to see that that's how it ended.
Fair. Arjun, yes, Red Bull. I love when Arjun says Red Bull because there's always some drama happening with the
Of
fucking
course, but
freaking Red Bull team. So let's hear it from Arjun regarding Checo Perez spinning out and crashing, and this guy still drives for Red Bull. I do not want to be Checo Perez in my entire life.
like, you're saying all this, but to be very honest, that guy, again, like, I understand Formula One drivers, they will have their times, like, when they are downs, all these things will be there. But this is like, what do you call? Every week he finds a way to mess up his race.
Yeah.
Every, like, again, probably he's not doing it, what do you call, purposefully. It may, as how Landon Norris said, it's not about talent over here, it's also about luck. So again, it may be that way, but at the end of the day, it's like, again, even he was, when he was coming to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, he was like, oh, don't worry, I'm still there on the grid next year. Everything is fine. It's all sorted. You will see me next year. After post race, he was like, "Oh, we are we are negotiating on a new deal." And as how we know, with Checo Perez, if he is to be fired from Red Bull has to pay $20 million to get him out of his contract, and that's some pricey money coming in.
How much did he do damages this year for Red Bull?
Very good question. I can check that right now again, because I think from that 20 million there is some bits which has to be deducted off in the first place.
Exactly.
But okay, well, I haven't heard Nathan talk. Nathan, now do you know? Well, of course you watched the race. Do you know the crash that happened between Oscar and Checo?
Oscar and
Oscar and
Max.
Checo, Oscar and
Oh, sorry,
Max
Max.
crashed.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Max. Now, what do
yeah.
you think? Whose fault was it? Because
Ooh.
I'm getting two like perspectives online, and when I was
Hmm.
watching the race as well. So I want to hear
Yeah, I mean,
what do you think?
honestly speaking, I understand the two perspectives, but it's got to be on Max. I mean, it's just a corner that he didn't really have. He was on the inside, which is fair, but he was on the curb and he was not, the first to the apex, let's say. I mean, to be fair, that corner is very open. You don't really go towards the apex, and that is kind of what Oscar tried to do. And Oscar had that line covered. A lot of people are going to debate that Oscar didn't check his mirrors. He should have expected Verstappen coming in. But let's be honest, I think Verstappen thought that was Norris and he was just trying to take him out. So, but yeah, this one, honestly, it's on Max, unfortunately. And I don't know. It was recently announced that he's going to be a dad. I thought he was gonna, take less risks.
Yeah.
But no, he's still the same driver, and I absolutely love that about him. I mean, that is great. We've had instances where, if you guys remember, there's this clip of Alonso overtaking Michael at 130R in Suzuka, and Alonso said that he knew Michael would lift off because he has a kid and wife at home.
So,
You know, so that's the kind of alpha mentality that Max has, and oh man, I would love to see Alonso, come back to that prime form as well. But yeah.
Honestly, I think I agree with Nathan. I mean, to be honest, he Max is Max because of Red Bull. So I think he should. Obviously, family is everything, but he's only Red Bull's the only reason why he's world champion, and everyone
Mm,
knows Max. And coming back to you're talking Schumacher. It's I feel I saw this meme online, and it kind of it's funny and it's very like emotional that Michael Schumacher introduced Mick Schumacher into Formula One. Turns out that Lewis Hamilton is going for Ferrari and Mick Schumacher is a reserve driver for Mercedes. And it got to me, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's actually so true." But again, Mick Schumacher is still young; he still has a few years coming in, and I still feel like if he is consistent, if he still would be in the name of Formula One, he should. Is he still a reserve driver for Mercedes, or is
I don't
he
think
No,
so.
Not
dropped
I don't
anymore.
he's
think
Not
so.
not.
not
anymore.
anymore?
He's
Yeah.
Where do you
basically
think he is now?
now at
Alpine
Alpine. He's
endurance.
a endurance driver.
Okay.
World Endurance Champion. Yeah, he's part of that driving support team now. He's no longer under the Mercedes group anymore. But if Alpine is a way for him to come back into F1, then I'm all for it. But it's looking
Slim.
very dire. Yeah, it's looking very
Yeah,
dire for him.
I
His
can
comeback into
imagine.
Formula One.
I
Guys,
can
just
absolutely imagine.
something completely out of random, but I just saw this. Toto Wolff is reportedly trying to sign Max Verstappen's son to Mercedes F1 Academy. Who even
Oh,
knew
oh,
if he's
wait.
having a son, daughter? Who knew this?
This was amazing.
Christian and have been jealous of Kelly.
Yeah.
Again, the amount, like the minute this guy said he's gonna have a kid, literally everyone is being like, "Oh, can we get that? Can we get that? What do you call that? Gene of Max Verstappen in our team."
Jealous of Kelly. The fact that this child, if it is a boy or a girl, the way I'm honestly, why was I saying boy or girl? This child, when it's born, if it chooses racing, the world of racing is dead because the fact that like they can demolish this because number one, Max is the dad. Number two, Kelly is their daughter. If Kelly is the mother, just imagine Nelson Piquet's daughter
Okay, I would
and
like
Max
to. Sorry,
Verstappen.
I would like for. Okay, Michael Schumacher was a legendary driver. Mick Schumacher is not in the Formula One industry. It's
But
about
think,
skill and luck.
but
It's nothing
think,
to do with genes coming through. You think that son or daughter is gonna have driving skills of Max
help me
when
here,
he's
Val.
born? You're telling me it will come
You
out
know,
and it'll be like his first words would be, "I'm gonna hit Lewis Hamilton," rather than saying like
Here,
dad
listen,
or
man.
goo goo gaga.
Listen.
Like, no, this is no. Wish this is not a Tamil
First,
movie or a South Indian Bollywood movie. Okay, what do you think is
wait,
happening
wait,
down
wait, wait,
there?
wait. I'm sorry. South Indian Bollywood. Bollywood is something else. South Indian is something else. Don't mix
Okay,
it up.
okay. You know what I mean.
Okay,
Okay,
fine, got it. Anyways,
but
coming back, coming back.
but before I get a lot of hate, I think South Indian movie industry is the best. I just want to say that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
But I just want to say on the Destructors Championship, not Constructors, the Destructors Championship, Sergio Perez tops the spot at $4.86 million of damage,
Okay, nice.
followed by Alexander Albon of 4.66, George Russell of 3.33, Logan Sargent of 3.01 million, Carlos Sainz of 2.88 million. These are the top
that,
five.
Now
that's
that we're
mental.
talking about the destructors, can we mention Pierre Gasly, please? Not a single dollar gone into it.
Like
He
again, I think
was
he needs to get a what do you call some sort of a bonus. He is the most underrated driver, I would say, on the
in the
grid.
history of Formula One, not a single driver has gone without a single dollar of damage until Pierre Gasly this
Again,
year.
if imagine if this guy even had all laps completed. Again, this year all his retirements happened not because of his fault. It's because the
Absolutely.
team just gave him a shitty car.
Yeah.
Can I would like to say something. And Nathan, I would like to hear from you as well. Okay, but you know what? I want to hear from you. How about you tell me the thought of Pierre Gasly not having even one crash? What do you think
phenomenal,
about? Okay.
phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal, and it kind of shows as well. He finished in the top 10 of this year's championship, and wow, I mean, what a season from Pierre Gasly. And he had his dire, horrible year at Red Bull. And, the comeback that he had from that horrific year at Red Bull, he's got a win. He's got multiple podiums now. It's just great to see, this guy get a win. And he's an underrated driver, like you said, Vish. He's super underrated. I just wish he has a good car,
Yeah.
because if he has that good car and if he has the team around him, I really think that you can see the potential of Pierre Gasly. There is a reason why he was chosen, by Helmut Marko in that Red Bull program, by in the Toro Rosso junior driver program as well. So all these drivers, they deserve a really good car, and Pierre Gasly is one of those drivers for sure.
Me, but it seems like you might have a different opinion, or do you have the same as what
I
we
have
all
a very
think?
different opinion. I
There we
feel
go.
Well, you guys can agree and disagree, and I'm not just saying it to make the podcast more interesting. I just feel that if a driver isn't pushed, look, there is a budget, and they know there's going to be crashes. So maybe he could take a few risks and maybe see if the car. If you're playing it safe, like if you were to be in a Williams where a budget is an issue and he's playing it safe, I absolutely understand. But if you can push your car, maybe go through tight gaps, trying to see if you can actually overtake, why not?
No,
Let's be honest. Alpine is not a car where you can overtake in any given
Alpine is
circuit.
in fact
Wow,
the car which
exactly.
others overtake.
Yeah,
It's
Exactly.
but
what we
They're
saw with
like
well,
UKPF.
yeah, true.
absolute
But
goat.
again, like you know what
And
I mean, right?
also,
Like,
I do
let's
I
say,
do
like,
get that.
let's say
Yeah.
right at the start of the race, he had an opportunity to, let's say, overtake a stake or like any other team. I want to say Mercedes because at one point it was pretty slow. Yeah, and then like if he saw a gap, he could have gone for it. Even if it's a crash, at least he went for it. You stop racing when you don't go through these gaps and small little like turns just to dominate a few positions. But again, I think Arjun has to say something.
But Mihir, I want to ask this guy, how much times has he retired in the formation lab due to some random engine issues, some random hydraulic issues? Like
Yeah.
out of the blue, he gets issues again. So this may be an achievable thing, but at the end of the day, the number of laps he has completed for the year, if you look at that, it's far less. This year, the only driver who has completed all laps of racing is Oscar Piastri.
Yeah.
No other driver has done that. As in previously, we had Max Verstappen, we had Lewis Hamilton, we had Daniel Ricciardo. All of them do that. But again, since 2020, it was only Max Verstappen and Oscar Piastri who kind of hold that record of finishing all laps, and both of them has managed to get sufficient amount of damages.
Yeah. And let's
DNF,
not
Yeah,
yes.
forget.
Everybody's had DNFs. The only two drivers
Yeah.
technically that have had no DNFs are both the McLarens. Bless. Because Lando's in Austria counts as 7+ laps. But Gasly, even though he's, zero damages, he has quite a lot of DNFs, which are of no fault of his. And I think that's one thing that Alpine need to sort out.
fair. Yeah,
In
And
fair.
fact, they
also
should
let's
give
not forget
Esteban's car to him.
let's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
forget let's not forget one more thing. Gasly was running third for the first few laps of the race. He defended Russell in a Mercedes.
Ladies.
Yeah.
I mean, that for a car that was, let's be honest, let's say three-fourths of the season, not even three-fourths, 90% of the season was a literal boat. They were literally at the back of the grid all the time. And suddenly the boat decided to float in Brazil because it was raining. I made that joke already. But listen, I mean, that guy is just underrated. Seriously. I mean, he's too good. I just it's an underdog story, and I love underdog stories, and his story, to me, it's just the best underdog story in Formula One history.
No, but Nathan, at least he managed to, in that couple of races, he managed to bring his standings in the championship to top 10.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That is a
That's
big thing. Again, in
insane.
in a matter of 5 or 6 races, he got himself into the top 10 on the standings.
Yeah.
When we have, I think for the first time ever, we had 24 drivers drive this year for Formula One, in
Yeah,
which
true.
three of them didn't get a point. And I'm talking about Valtteri Bottas. I had so much hopes on quali. I'm seeing this guy. I'm like, this guy is going fastest. I'm like, what's actually happening over here?
Yeah.
Like again, I was like, Kick Sauber really getting its game finally. Like it woke up, and then you have the race.
Oof.
The story of the crash gate. I'll call that a crash gate because it was so much crashes.
Yeah, I agree with Arjun with that.
The fact that
Arjun,
there were so many crashes and not a single red flag.
can we please touch upon the fact about the strategies that each team made during the Abu Dhabi race?
I
Let's
specifically want to pick out Lewis's strategy.
Yeah, okay. I was just going to get to that as well. Arjun, how about you start because you seem very eager. Then we can go to Carlos Williams, Nathan Boy, and then
Okay.
we can go to Papaya Girl, who is very excited, and I think she's turning red.
That's more like people calling over
That's
here.
not a Ferrari reference. She's just, I don't know.
It's
Oh
hot.
yeah, no,
The
no.
heater is
Yeah.
on.
With Mercedes, it was again with Lewis's specifically when the entire grid went on mediums, Lewis just went on hards. Clearly, people who started on the mediums, the plan was not to do a one stopper, to do a two stopper. Lewis went long, which in a way kind of helped, and especially with that the first turn incident with Max and Oscar, two drivers got advantage to it, which was Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton. Again, Charles Leclerc got a lot of paces forward, the same with Lewis, but Lewis was still not on the top 10 yet. He was still, again, with that, with the medium and hards, of course. It's going to take for the hard to kind of get into its rhythm. So it took him some time, but eventually, again, pace was really good. He took that particular tire for like a good 37 laps on that hard. So he basically played his A game and just did a one stopper. And to a certain extent, I was like, he was hardly like, I think like 400ths of a second away from the fastest lap from Kevin Magnussen. Again, he was lightning quick. And what actually, like, just diverting for for a moment, is that the broadcasters didn't broadcast when Peter Bonington said it's hammer time. It
Yeah.
really pissed me off. Again, we all want to hear, again, as Lewis Hamilton fans, myself and me here, like, when we hear it's hammer time, that basically is an emotion.
Mr. Pierce, hello.
No,
that
okay.
that's a very particular emotion. But again, coming back to strategy wise, again, I would say for Lewis, it was commend. I feel Mercedes did full justice to that. But yeah, that's from me.
Just for the listeners, I just want to make them understand that Lewis is he's called a tire god is because he knows how to preserve his tires. And Abu Dhabi being such an aggressive track with the long straight back, with the braking zones, when you have a 1.2 kilometer straight and then you brake, do you know how much of tire degradation happens in that? That's a lot of degradation. And if Lewis can handle that with one stop, he's a goat. He's an absolute goat. And a lot of listeners don't really understand the whole track situation, but a lot of factors come into place when it comes to tires. It's a how aggressive the driver is actually on the track, the temperatures, the track temperatures, the is it humid, is it gonna rain? There's so many things that you think about before you start racing, and there is so much happening. Formula One cars are not just cars. It's a how do I put this? It's a piece of art that you kind of predict and see if it actually works out or not.
I'll
It's
not even call that an art. It's basically a running experiment.
yeah, yeah.
It's a running experiment of chasing how quick this car can go through these conditions.
It blows my mind, and I'm
Because
so excited. I'm so excited for next season because there's so much happening next for the next two seasons. Cadillac is coming in, which is huge. I'm actually pretty excited, even though I sound like a hypocrite right now because I did say I don't want Cadillac to come in Formula One, but I wouldn't mind seeing another slow car entering Formula One. No,
powered
bro,
by Ferrari, powered by
yeah,
Ferrari.
but you need to understand that Cadillac is focusing on luxury cars. Every time I think of Cadillac, I think of Kim Kardashian sitting in a big McLaren, Cadillac.
Hello,
sorry,
please.
sorry.
We went to
Again,
two brands there.
if you're saying like that, what is the difference between Mercedes then? Mercedes has got a big line of luxury SUVs which are being used, the Maybachs, the GLEs, the GLS, all those bits are there. So again, it at the end of the day, it's business, and they just want that piece of being an automaker, being one of the largest automakers in the world, General Motors. They really want that piece of racing legacy for them, which they can market.
I don't know. I just feel like they should stick to luxury cars and let some other. I would be happy if Toyota came in place. I wouldn't.
Toyota is
I mean,
again, they are slowly joining in.
yeah,
Yeah,
we just need to see
They're
how
just
it is. Yeah.
like they're taking all they're actually what you call stopping at all points. They're like Haas's at the moment are test lab. We're gonna work it through Haas. So
fair enough.
next year's car, we will see probably what Toyota has brought up on that Haas.
Okay, well, open question to everyone. If you had one car brand or one engine that would you would like to see in the F1 family, which one would it be and why? You can't say Cadillac. You have to say something and you have to say why.
Nathan, don't
Let's
say
start with
Tesla.
yeah. Oh
Oh
my
Oh
my
god.
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 Ha ha ha, Arjun. Ha ha ha, man.
It's
Wait. Nathan, are you a Do you like Teslas?
Well, I do drive
He
one.
No, it's
he
a yes or
owns
a
a
no.
Tesla.
Oh, you drive a Tesla.
He drives a
Mm-hmm.
Tesla.
Oh
I
my
do.
god. Why is he on the podcast? We need to
Oh
get him
wow.
out
Oh my,
immediately.
a Ferrari fan. Oh
Oh my
my
god, I
goodness.
forgot to
Huh?
charge my car. How will I go to office tomorrow? I don't know.
See, let's cut him some slack. It's not like Nathan can see Nathan cannot buy a Ferrari Pur Sangue, but he can buy a Tesla Model 3
And it's
or
No,
not
but
Model
even
I
X.
me.
I I
Why?
wish for him
Why?
to buy a Ferrari. I manifest
Thanks,
that
man.
Nathan for the next few years will get a Ferrari. I have a feeling
Thanks,
he's a
man.
smart guy. He has a professional mic. It's professional headphone. He can definitely do something.
Those are your
Professional
factors. I'm not
mic.
going to get.
Absolutely. If you can invest on such useless things like Tesla, then might as well buy a Ferrari.
Okay, I'm just going to
No.
take the blame for my parents,
No.
but
I'm
yeah.
joking. Tesla's an amazing
No,
car.
literally.
But
So again,
coming back to the
something just
topic.
to add. Something just to add. So when we were going to Abu Dhabi, there was an option of two cars. We either had Nathan's Tesla, or we had a Toyota Highlander, which is a hybrid. Okay, and again, when Nathan was leaving, Nathan's dad told him one thing: please don't drive this hybrid like your Tesla. It's not going to race.
Oh God.
Couldn't
Jeez.
move,
But
man.
okay, let's just go back to
Yeah,
the
let's come
question.
back. Come back.
Nathan, tell me, one engine, one company, whatever, to join the Formula One team.
Oh, man, that's a really tough question, but I think I'm going to go for a very simple answer. I would love to see Toyota's engines come back.
Okay.
I don't know
Wow.
if they
Okay.
were even a car. Actually, I don't think they were a supplier. No. But I would love to see Toyota engines, performance engines in Formula One. They
Okay.
have,
Nathan.
they have a racing team already, having competing in the World Endurance Championship and other racing series. But I would love to see a 1.6 liter V6, I don't know, hybrid engine. I feel like they
Okay.
could. I don't know how the engines are going to be, from 2028 onwards.
Fair.
So yeah.
Okay. Vish, what about you?
Honestly, I feel I think Nissan, they have a Formula E team as such. I just want to see how it'll be in F1, bring in a new team, new car, new engine, see how it does. They're doing quite well in Formula E. Let's see
Okay.
how it works in F1 as well. If
Uh,
they
I had a feeling that I don't know why I was thinking Vish is gonna say Mahindra for some reason. But
please.
I mean,
Why?
it's in Formula E. I mean,
Yeah.
might as
I
in that
know, but
in that logic, even Mahindra should come in Formula One. Then
No man,
mm,
Tata should come, man. That's the
Tata is
best.
No,
oh,
Tata.
Tata
I
is
feel Tata at this rate is just like, okay, we will just handle the comms because Tata is the official comms partner for Formula One. They're like, we
yeah.
will just handle the comms. We will not do the racing. We'll just do the broadcast feeds for it. We're happy
I
with
think
that.
Tata is busy copying Range Rover and Land Rover and Jaguar for their own Tata production cars
I
in India.
mean, they own it,
Technically,
so
they
they
they own
own
it.
it.
So,
So
No,
but you
fair
know, a
enough.
brand which I personally would like to see on the grid would be from Porsche.
Mm,
ooh,
that's a good
Again,
call.
it's a sports brand. Again, can put it by the likes of a Ferrari, again by the likes of a SLS AMG, like on the AMG line itself. So again, they're there on Formula E, which again I'm not saying is a bad thing; it's a really good thing. But I would love to see them in Formula One. Again, we have got the big two German brands joining. Why not the third?
I was thinking along the lines of Volvo and Koenigsegg coming together because obviously Volvo being the world's safest car and Koenigsegg with its aerodynamic and engine and one-to-one ratio car that they manufactured a few years ago. I think those two. I think Swedish cars should also be in Formula One. Just and why not? They're German cars and American cars, and we always forget the Volvos. Always think about the BMW and the Audis. I think Volvos are phenomenal cars as well. What do you think?
But we
yeah.
are not talking about building, what do you call, more safety features into Formula One cars.
They should be. I don't know. Let's be honest, bro. Like
No,
looking at
again, I'm not
looking how
saying at the
Checo
moment
Perez
it's.
drives, I think they should have more safety features.
No, I feel like for Checo Perez, what is the best is like have those, what do you call those rubber blocks
Oh
on
God.
on each corner of the car. So that when he hits, there is minimal impact. It just like bounces back
Okay,
and he
but
just like goes off.
let's get back to the whole thing.
Sure.
Okay, now let's talk about who had the worst setup for the Abu Dhabi race. Who do you think was the who did not have any intentions of winning the Abu Dhabi race? Looking at their setup and looking at the drivers.
Williams.
Williams, okay. Wow, you're literally wearing the jerseys, Arjun.
I know.
All right, explain yourself.
See, we had Franco Colapinto starting on a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and again, Alex did qualify, so again, there was a bit of a hope over there. But again, Williams, with what it has been recently doing, again, multiple accidents from them. Again, I just hope that this car just will just not have any sort of an accident. It will be a clean race. And again, it was a clean race. But then with Williams, after seeing that first DNF from Franco, I was just like, you know what? This team cannot win this. Like that was the gut. I don't think there was something wrong with the setup because again, Alex did a fab job of kind of defending. But again, he was having a McLaren behind, so we have to be very realistic in terms of
Okay.
defense. And you have an Oscar Piastri behind; he will charge his way through. So yeah, that's what I think. Williams would be one.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. And do you guys have anything to add, Nathan, Vishuti?
I feel like the RBs were
Maybe, yeah.
nowhere in the race.
Okay.
I think it was Yuki Tsunoda who stalled off the start as well,
Yeah.
Yeah,
which was very odd. It's been a long time since I've seen a stalled F1 car
Yeah.
on the
F1
Mm-hmm.
starting
Academy,
grid.
I think we saw last year with Bianca, but
Yeah,
I don't think
F2
I've seen F.
cars,
Yeah.
F3 cars, they always stall. But F1 cars, with the state of the art electronics that they have, the systems,
Mm-hmm.
with all that, for a car to stall like that. And I don't know, I mean, even during the race, they told Yuki that the issue wasn't resolved, or they still had to investigate and find out. So the fact that they still couldn't understand what the problem is very concerning. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the Red Bull, the Racing Bulls were just out of shape.
Okay, now I'm gonna quickly wrap this up because obviously we don't want to stretch too long. Now let's talk about next season. Starting off with the driver changes. Now, as you know, guys, driver next season is all about new drivers. Lewis Hamilton going to Ferrari, which is quite depressing. Wow, I'm so sorry. I'd have to point out that Arjun went and got changed in his pajamas midway through the podcast. Phenomenal job, brother. I wish I
that's
had
why
your
we do.
skills.
That's why we do our recordings online for a reason. It's just turning off the camera, changing, coming back, and that's it.
Oh, okay, great to hear that, Raj.
But
Next
let's
time I
let's talk
switch
about the
off.
next race.
Yes. So Red Bull, obviously Max having a multi. Wait, sorry, read that wrong. Max Verstappen has a contract till 2028. Perez has it till end of 2026, which I think is the worst investment from Red Bull. But
Did you
it is
hear
In
what it
fact, he
what
is.
Christian
regrets it.
Horner said? Do you know what Christian Horner said? He said in an interview, the team principal interview for Abu Dhabi, he said that this contract was renewed in June this early to try and motivate Checo to do better, but that
Mm-hmm.
didn't seem to be exactly like Christian Horner's words. That didn't seem to be the case, so that's not what panned out. And this is something that has to be reviewed and talked about with the team.
Well, let's see. Hopefully, things. I hope for the best for Perez, and Red Bull as well. I think Max needs a teammate. I think he can't just win all these races alone. He needs someone with him. Next, Mercedes. George Russell has his contract till end of 2025. Kimi,
2026.
okay,
2026.
2026, and Kimi obviously has his contract till 2025. I'm actually excited to see this young F2 driver coming to F1. Young blood is always good for these teams, and I think Mercedes always plays a very safe ball, but I think this time they're playing quite active with F2. And I think it's about time as well. Lewis Hamilton has been there for over 10 years, and they need someone young, just like Lewis Hamilton was. Oh,
That,
it's so weird not saying his name. Okay. Well, talking about Lewis Hamilton has a multi-year contract with Ferrari. I'm thinking 2 years.
It's
I don't
3 year
think he'll
contract with
three.
Ferrari.
Is it 3 year Okay,
Yeah.
wow. Okay, wow. That, and I'm assuming after that he might retire. What do you think, Arjun?
I don't think. I would probably say he would do an extension for 2 more years, then he would retire.
he's
Yeah.
not pulling
Okay.
an Alonso, is he?
Again, you may not know. It's again with these drivers. Probably, I have a scenario where probably if Lewis wins his eighth title, he'll be like, you know what, that's it, I'm retiring. He would do like what Nico Rosberg did. He won a
Just
championship
do
and
the
he's
one
like, you know
again.
what, thank you so much, I'm out.
That's all I wanted in life. I have achieved everything I've had to, and I'm done.
Well, I'm kind of glad that he didn't win the previous Abu Dhabi race a few years ago with Red Bull. I think that's what making him hungry to get his eighth. What do you think? Do you think that's the case, Arjun?
Wait, sorry, I didn't get you.
A few years ago, we know what happened with Red Bull and
2021.
Mercedes. Yes.
2021, of course. Yeah, in fact, I was seeing the intro, like they Formula One created a special intro for these both on the race, like about showing the full journey. So yeah, coming down to what you were saying. No, I would say if he actually won that Grand Prix and if he won that eighth time, he would have still continued a bit more.
Yeah.
He still would have
I
continued. I
agree.
would again that time Lewis Hamilton was still in his prime. I'm not saying Lewis Hamilton isn't in his prime, but again, like for each driver, the definition of prime differs. For Lewis, again, he's pushing as hard as he can just so that like he can match up with the youngsters. Because even when you look into the practice laps, which all drivers did, Lewis was matching the same pace as Oscar Piastri, and
Yeah.
he's what the second youngest driver on the grid.
Yeah.
So we got to see next year how he will play the game in the red.
Yeah, and it's not
Hopefully,
favorable
nice.
for him as well because
Hmm.
he has his contractual duties with Mercedes till the end of the year. So all these
Yes.
drivers doing postseason testing, unfortunately for Lewis, he can't do it. He can't touch a Ferrari car. He can't go anywhere near the team until 2025. So that's a setback for him.
Well,
But
you
then
cannot
again,
say he cannot go near the team because he did go to the Ferrari garage wearing a Mercedes T-shirt and getting
Yeah.
onto their
ah,
hospitality.
yes, Arjun, I don't mean literally, but yeah, I mean he still has
Just
his
pointing it out.
sponsorship. Yeah, he has his sponsorship obligations still with Mercedes, but I think
He's
we will.
in Malaysia right now.
Yeah, so we'll get to
Did the
see
sponsors
Lewis.
Petronas.
Yeah, we'll get to see Lewis in red in 2025, in Fiorano. Testing out the 2022 or 2023, Scuderia Ferrari car, and that would
Okay.
probably be the first
And
time.
we are moving on to
Let's.
McLaren.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We can go to McLaren. Lando Norris, obviously. Lando Norris is always going to be loyal to the papaya, and Oscar has his contract till 2026. Aston Martin, Daddy Stroll, 2025 and beyond. I think he'll still be there till Aston Martin is still considered as a brand. And Alonso, I think, might have his final year driving with Aston Martin till 2026. Hopefully. If not, maybe more. I think Arjun might be doing a fact check. I think that's a good idea.
I am doing it. I am doing it.
Yeah. So it says multi-year contract and at
It's
least
through,
end of
it's through
2020.
2026. Through
Yeah.
2026.
Yeah. So he still has one
So
more year, 2 more years.
2 more years.
Yeah, but dude, honestly, I think he should just retire now, man. I mean, I'm no one to say this, but the guy's getting old, man.
Well, again, a
Um,
lot of people are waiting.
Yeah.
Felipe Dragovic eagerly waiting. He's like, when at least one of these people will get out of the car, I need that seat.
Honestly.
fair.
But yeah, going on.
Williams, Alex, Carlos, something new. They have their contracts till 2026. I think it's going to be very exciting to see Carlos in Williams. I also think, and I believe, it's a great strategy to get into German engines because if he, let's say, drives till 2026, by the time Audi is in there, he can switch to Audi because we all know that his father is well connected with Audi. So that could be a good introduction. Haas, obviously, Oliver, and Ocon. They have a multi-year contract, which may continue after 2026. So really exciting next year. Um,
Let's talk
I,
about
I
Alpine.
yeah, Alpine,
It's
Pierre
Pierre
Gasly,
Gasly and
see,
Jack
and
Doohan.
Jack. Yeah, and
Nico.
honestly, I'll be very frank. I actually do not know much about Jack, but Pierre Gasly, I think we spoke about this earlier in the podcast, and I agree with you guys. He's done a phenomenal job by not crashing his car and saving a lot of money for Alpine. So maybe they can use that extra money for next year's development for the car to make it quick. um, Stake F1 team,
That's an
Nico.
entirely new lineup coming up.
Yeah, I'm
You've got
excited for that actually.
Gabriel Barroletto, who is the F2 champion in rookie
Hmm.
year, and you've got Nico Hulkenberg. And it will be their last year before turning into Audi Works team.
Audi. So they have to make it worth now.
And yeah, Matteo Binotto doing all the things what he can do. Which, to be very honest, Nathan is just like, you know what, this guy can't do it. This guy seriously can't do it.
I just want to see what happens next year. But if I'm not wrong, Mattia is not the team principal, is he?
He is not the team principal, but he is in a decision making capacity though.
Okay. As long as he's not
Because
Mhm.
team
it is
principal, that should be fine.
Alessandro Aluno Bravi. He's the
What
team
about
principal.
what about Jonathan Wheatley? Because he's leaving Red
Jonathan
Bull.
Wheatley is wait, that's something I have to check.
Because if I'm not wrong, he is joining Audi, and I heard that he is going to be the team principal. I don't know if that was right. But yeah, Jonathan Wheatley was,
Yeah, he will be the team principal.
yeah,
Wow,
Jonathan
that's
Wheatley.
interesting.
Exactly. And it's
He
a big
just
loss for Red Bull. Big
he
loss for Red
just
Bull.
received Red Bull's fastest pit stop of the year award earlier today.
I don't know
He
what
was
I'll
there.
do in the next. I don't know what I'll do in the next 3 months, other than watching
90
preseason
days,
testing.
I think 95 days to go.
When's Drive to Survive coming out?
Probably 2 weeks before the season beginning.
Ah, the pain.
I'm actually more excited to see the F1 movie that Apple is producing.
That's
Oh,
coming out
speaking of,
in Feb.
they were shooting the movie in Abu Dhabi as well. Did you see? After the actual podium, 10 minutes later, Brad Pitt was up there with Charles and George.
Yeah,
That was so
And
I
and
cool.
saw the.
literally, can I just want to say with this year's Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, with I feel this is the first time this much amount of celebs actually made it to the track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think again, of course, you've got the F1 movie happening on one end, and then on the
Hmm.
main straight, you've got those screens which are saying, sit down, we are filming the F1 movie, you will be featured. So literally everyone were like, oh, what's happening? Yada yada yada. So yeah,
I mean,
it's kind of amazing to see how that's gonna come out later 2025, early 2025. In fact, even Apple CEO Tim Cook was there. But
so
at least
nice.
this time he wasn't given the flag to kind of to get the
It
checkered
was
flag, because last year we know what happened.
Yeah,
this year
I
was
don't know
Yannick
what was he
Sinner.
doing. He couldn't wave a flag. Okay? Well, so I'm just gonna end this podcast. And Arjun, obviously, you know how to do it better than I do, and we have this signature line that no one else can do it. In fact, Nathan tried to do it last episode, and he's pretty good. But I want Arjun only to do this. Arjun, how about you go through this?
On that terrible disappointment, thank you so much for tuning on to another episode of Formula Pod. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and our podcasts are available across all your favorite platforms. And follow us on Instagram at formula.pod. Until next time, this is the entire crew from Formula Pod signing off. Goodbye and see you soon.